Macc-a-cast of the 2011 JCC Maccabi Games in Philadelphia, brought to you by MSPN. Well, it may have rained some more. Nothing could dampen the spirits of the competitors, volunteers, and host families during the games. Everyone involved in the games knew they were in for something special by the end of the opening ceremony. After watching the procession, hearing the original composition by Ari Sussman, and participating in a truly stirring rendition of Hatikva, the entire crowd was ready to get into uniform and onto the field. Monday saw the start of every sport but baseball due to the relentlessly inclement weather. We were treated to first-round tennis action at Arthur Ashe Youth Tennis Center, opening heats of swimming at Friends Central Pool, a few frames of bowling at Center Bowling Lanes, the start of girls lacrosse, as well as the opening matches of girls and boys soccer, dance, inline hockey, and basketball. Even with so much competition during the day, everyone had plenty of energy left for the evening's activities at the Please Touch Museum, which included a carousel, lots of dancing, and plenty of photo ops. The big story Tuesday was that the baseball was finally able to get on the diamond in the afternoon. Other headline-worthy events on Tuesday included great soccer matches at Shipley Farm Fields, like boys 14U, Great Britain versus Panama, and Mexico versus Pittsburgh. Girls soccer was equally thrilling, if a little drier. The Day 2 matches were moved indoors to Starfinder and Manayunk. 16U basketball drove the lane to score with a raft of exciting games, including Team Philly versus St. Jacobson, Detroit, LA, and Charlotte versus Team Philly. Dancing plied to the forefront on Day 2 as well, with sterling performances turned in every age group. In addition to all the other sports being played, we received word that Team Philly Track and Field was cleaning up at the JCC Maccabi Games in Springfield, Massachusetts, including medals in high jump and 200 meters. As if the competition during the day wasn't enough action, the night brought everyone to Dave & Buster's, where the games continued throughout the night. The big story on Wednesday, Day 3, sun, and lots of it. That meant that tennis could be played both indoors and outdoors, which is where some of the hottest action took place. The heat brought out blazing performances in the pool as well, as medal counts began to pile up for the best swimmers. The stellar play in boys and girls basketball was kicked up a notch on Wednesday as the playoffs began, with thrillers that included boys 16U Team Philly White beating LA Milken and girls Houston taking out Denver. Girls soccer got to move outdoors on Wednesday to the Bala Kinwood Middle School fields, where matches included Team Philly White versus Richmond San Diego. Inline hockey continued to mad dash toward Thursday's medal rounds. Girls lacrosse continued its international flavor, with Great Britain still in the hunt for the medals, as was Team Philly Red and Team Philly White. Wednesday had a bigger purpose than just sports, though. It was also the day of caring and sharing, where everyone got to take part in Tikkun Olam. And nighttime was the right time for the host families to enjoy with their great families. Then the final day of the competition was a burst. Unfortunately, it was a cloudburst. Even more rain meant that baseball was delayed once again, although clearing skies meant that the teams could make a mad dash through multiple games at McMorran Field to grab the gold. Boys basketball saw its ferocious contests in both age groups, and the girls decided who was best at Shipley. Boys and girls soccer were also thrown off schedule, forced to race through the medal rounds at Shipley Field and Barak. Swimming flipped through its final races, and girls lacrosse stick-checked their way through the finals at Barak as well. The dance competition was down as well, with the final medals handed out to the outstanding performers in the competition. And inline hockey said goodbye to 4 days at Marble Arena with consolation games and medal rounds. In fact, all that is left now is to party the night away with old friends and new at the Franklin Institute and try to get that pin, shirt, hat, or jacket you've been searching for all games long. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Marty Burke and Beth Siegel for outstanding directing. Thank you from the Star Reporters. For the entire Star Reporter program, I'm Shira Wein, saying thank you and see you in 2012. Girls soccer lacrosse